morning, everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast, and we're all on the West Coast today. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's exactly what I did. The coast to coast flight yesterday, which is a good 6.5 hours straight from Philadelphia. And, the funny thing about those flights is that uh, when I booked the flight, there was only middle seats available.
This.
And it sucks to be in a middle seat. It does. It sucks
Middles
to
are
be
the
in a middle.
worst. Yeah.
So I really wish that these planes would figure out a way better, like just better than, I know that it's like it sucks and everybody wants to get somewhere and stuff like that, but they got to give a little bit more space. Those seats are not man sized.
But that's the thing, right? Is if anytime I've ever gotten stuck in the middle seat, I'm in my neighbor's seats, right? Like I'm not a huge guy, but I do have big shoulders, and so I'm like in their seat with them. So I always try to get the window, not necessarily because I want to look out the window, but because I can put my shoulder in the window well, and then that means I'm just like in my seat and I'm not touching somebody.
Right. Correct. And like the one guy who sat next to me, a real nice guy, you know what I mean? But like he fell asleep at the very beginning of the flight and his legs did the womp, you know what I mean? So
Oh, sure.
now I'm like, oh, this sucks. You know what I mean? So then you just start to rustle a little bit because, I'm not going to let you sleep comfortably with your leg resting on my leg.
That's right. We're not trying to cuddle here.
Exactly. So for 6.5 hours, nonetheless.
Yeah.
But
no, exactly. Always get the window.
I seriously considered, a first class ticket. Actually, it was just so much money. It was like so much more money. I was just like, it was like 3 times the flight cost. For like,
I mean, that's what's hard about first class, right? Is the price is so much more. And if you're flying domestically, I can be uncomfortable for 5 hours. Now, if I'm flying internationally, then all of a sudden it's like, well, now let me really.
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that. My brother called me up this morning, real early. Like, well, it's real early here, but anyways, it's called me up and we were talking about how the fact that the Eagles may be playing in Australia next year.
Oh, yeah.
Against the Rams, and that I said that I may consider a first class ticket for that. And he's like, I'd be willing to bet that that's going to be about 20 to 30 grand. Or he said 20 grand is what he said. And I'm like, 20 grand? No, I can't be like that. So he checked, and it's like 30 grand is what it is, first class. But you get your own apartment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's
plane.
Different. That's different. Yeah. Like, I'm not dropping that kind of money on a plane ticket ever.
Yeah, me neither. But $8,000.
Well, I mean, if you're talking
class.
Yeah, business class is cool. But if you're talking 30, then you might as well get a couple of friends and do 40 and just charter a flight. Because you can do some grand? Of that. Yeah, they're like 40 to 50 grand to charter one.
Yeah, well, shit, I can get 8 people to go $5,000 a piece, and we can go there and charter a flight. Round trip? No, I don't think that could happen round trip, though. Because this is round trip.
Oh, yeah. No, that would probably be per direction. But so, yeah. Still, I mean,
that's a lot of money.
That's too much for a plane ticket for me.
But $8,000 for business class round trip.
Yeah, that would
where
be.
That goes into a bed. That's going to be my move. 22 hours on a plane. I'm going to make sure that I'm really freaking comfortable.
Yeah, that's a long time. That is a long time.
Right.
Because is that straight or is there layovers on that?
That would have been with 2 layovers, just because It happened to be the one flight that we saw that them go there because you have to go to Australia. You're flying from Dallas,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's just most of the time you're flying from LA or Dallas or Seattle or San Francisco. You're
Yeah.
not really going from. I'm surprised they don't do it from Denver, but I guess because of the mountains right away, you don't have
Yeah. I
to.
mean, flying Dallas makes a lot of sense, but
Right,
or if you're going the other direction around to get there out of Seattle, West Coast does make sense.
exactly. Like once you get past the mountains,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
but yeah, there's no direct flights from Philly because literally Australia is. If you bore a hole from Philly all the way down through the earth, you'd probably wind up in Australia.
That's fair, Rob.
I was hoping that she would make some if I do that, and then I would actually ask for that mushroom pizza.
uh, yeah, and Rob, I get it. Like, yeah, I'm not a middle seat. Like, if you planned late and that's all there is, it is what it is. But if I'm looking and I'm a ways out, and for some reason a middle's there is all that's left, I'm probably looking at another flight.
I didn't have a choice.
No,
I needed to
exactly,
get here. I needed to
exactly.
get here, so it was like I'm 6.5 hours uncomfortable, and then on the way back, I also get a middle seat, but I do get the seat next to somebody who I know who doesn't take up a lot of space on the one side, so she gets the window and I get the middle seat,
I
which
mean
I
that's
love.
not so bad. Like if you get a middle and then you're next to a couple of tiny people, it's not as bad.
Yeah, well, it's like you're the middle when your wife having the window.
Yeah, yeah, because
That's
then
what that.
then you can kind of shift over a little bit. And
Yeah, she does a lot of the shifting though. That's the thing. She's a shifty, like I try to put my headphones in and just try to zone out on what it is that I feel like doing,
yeah.
which is not
Usually,
talking to anybody or dealing with anything.
yeah, usually if it's my wife and I'll take the window so that I can kind of be over, and then Danielle will take the middle, and we'll just lift the armrest, and then she'll just kind of like lay on me. Like that's generally how that ends up working out. Plus,
Yeah,
she gets up a bunch of times, and I will never get up the whole flight. So
that's me.
yeah,
Yeah, she gets up and then yeah, she gets up like even as she was one row behind me because again there was no middle, there was only middle seats. So then she
yeah,
gets to reach through the seats and you know tap me and then it's like I'm like what you know
yeah, yep.
like what now I got to talk what this is what I want don't want to do I don't want I'm getting into a zone where I don't have to talk to anybody. I got two guys next to me and we're doing the guy thing, staring forward, not talking to each other.
Well, especially if you're doing like an event where you're going to be doing a lot of peopling once you get there, having that little bit of solitude of not doing anything is actually kind of nice.
Right. So,
And yes, anytime you can get a few more inches of space on an airplane is huge.
oh, and we did that. We moved up towards the front of the plane because I
Oh
don't know if anybody notices that after that first bathroom, they take away those couple of inches
yes,
because they want to grab one more row. That's what it is. It's like if you take 2 inches off of every 9 rows or 12 rows or whatever, you get another seat.
yep.
So, which really sucks. Yeah, I hate being in the back of the plane and doing whatever. But it is kind of funny because I do get to fly with the camera guys. Now, I know a number of the camera guys that are from the area, from like Philly.
Okay.
area and that are going out to the Super Bowl. Now, and my one guy, he's actually not even filming the Super Bowl. He's actually in the booth. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that sucks. You know what I mean? Not he's not reporting or nothing. He's just like a camera guy in the booth. So he's going to be working like the camera, like not he's not production. He's just a camera booth guy. I guess that's what is that in the wings, just in case somebody gets sick. You know what I mean? Like somebody gets
um,
run over, they need another like a backup camera guy. It's
yeah, that's odd. Hey,
oh look who we have.
So sorry for my tardiness. We celebrated Mel's birthday last night, and that party went late as hell. And I set my alarm. I thought it was setting it for AM, and no, I set it for PM. So I have no good excuse other than I'm a dumbass. So I don't have my smart water on. So Donna, I am here for all the smoke. Give me the smoke. I will take it all.
yeah, that all tracks.
I love how you got the I like that Seahawks jersey. That's all white. That's nice.
Yeah. So I'm wearing a different one for every show this week.
Oh, that's dope. I would do the same thing too. I just don't have 30 Cowboys jerseys.
Well, yeah, because you guys burn them after every game.
I know, man. I can fill up my whole fire pit full of them. Good morning, Pags. How are you, Bubba?
I'm okay. And it's beautiful, sunny San Francisco. Here, let me see if I can do this the right way. I can make this.
Oh, that is nice.
And,
Now, were
you can still is the moon? You can't see the moon. Oh, yeah, Ken. There it is.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. It's right above that tall building.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
you
can
probably
see
got
it.
a dog that's got to burn off.
Nice.
But yeah, that's
Now,
a nice view of the Bay Bridge.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, were you there when they had that earthquake? Because I heard it was a pretty good earthquake they had.
It was a 4.6.
You got to define what a pretty good earthquake is, because like 4-pointers and lower, we don't even notice. We're just like, yeah, cute.
Well, I've never been in an earthquake, but I just thought that was a big number, so I thought it would be. I don't know.
I laughed as we got on the elevator today or last night. There was a seismic button, and I'm like, a seismic button? That's funny. And Jody's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "That's for earthquakes."
Yeah, I know. I'm like, "What is that?"
And then I saw that there was an earthquake yesterday morning. I wasn't here for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most of them don't get reported, but they actually have a website that tracks just earthquakes. And you would see that the entire West Coast has earthquakes almost daily.
Nice. I mean, yeah. I guess I get. Now, how often do you get earthquakes? Is that like something that's like once a year, a couple of years, or just every?
No. Like you literally get them all the time. We just happen to. A lot of them are like one pointers, and so you'll never even feel that. A bus driving by will do more than that, but you probably end up with a 3-pointer a few times a year. But most of the time, you won't even notice those. Like
and listen, and the Super Bowl's happening here, and I'm thinking about 1988.
Yeah,
with the World Series. Yeah, where everybody's running out of the dugouts into the middle of the field because they don't want the stadium collapsing on top of them.
Yeah, and yeah, Rainier does have hundreds of mini quakes every single day. So
what number would it be, or what number would it take to be considered a serious hurricane, or something that you would take
5 plus? 5 plus.
Okay.
You start to
notice. Starts to get noticeable.
Yeah, when you'll start to notice them about 4.5. Like you'll notice those, or if you're real close to the epicenter of it, you'll notice like a 3, right? Because that'll be some of your more violent shaking of the 3. But it's
like somebody burping. Imagine a burp.
Yeah, it would be
right
like
next to somebody, and it's a lot more loud then. But if you're further enough away, it's like, oh, that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in if you're in a 3.5 to 4 pointer and you're close to the epicenter of it, it would be like standing next to, you know, real close to train tracks with the train going by, right? It'll be that kind of rumble, but it's not going to do anything. Now, the biggest one that I've been in was a 7-1, and that was no joke. That, like, there was some movement for that.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, see, if you said 5 would do that, then I could only imagine what 7 would be like.
7 was awesome. Not going to lie. It was amazing. Because where I worked, it was my lunchtime when the thing hit, and there was this huge open field behind me. And so I'm sitting in my truck having lunch, and my truck just starts bouncing, right? And I thought it was a coworker messing with me, jumping on my bumper. I turn around and I can see the field rolling. And I was like, that is a trip.
That would be a trip. No, that would be an absolute. If I was in a earthquake, that would be a trip. I would love to. I don't know if I'd love to see it, but if I was in it, I would definitely take notice. Now, how long do they typically last? So when you get an earthquake, is it like seconds, minutes?
Seconds.
What is it? Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not real long then.
No. But there's aftershocks. So you end up with, you know, the initial, and then there's usually some continued slipping that happens, right? Because it's two plates rubbing against each other, that generally aren't as severe as the original, but you'll end up with a series of quakes after.
I got you, man. That's wild.
Welcome to the Science Channel.
That is why. Hey, but you know what? If you don't know if you've never been in an earthquake, that really is educational, because I wouldn't have known much about it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I've been in a bunch of earthquakes. I've been through a couple of hurricanes, seen some tornadoes. So like, I've kind of been around most of it.
Wow.
Yeah, hurricanes I've been in.
Only
a
small
tornado.
tornadoes. I haven't been anywhere near a big one.
Yeah, I haven't been near a big one, but I have witnessed a tornado.
Yeah.
And I have been in minor earthquakes. You know, the Philadelphia has had some earthquakes a couple of times. So like, like again, the shaking of the car. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, 89. That's the one that collapsed the highway, if I remember right.
Jeez, that would be nuts to see something like that collapse.
Yeah, the double decker.
Well, that was the World Series, right? That was the same one as the World Series.
Yeah. So they used to have this double decker highway, and during that earthquake, it was a big enough one that the stanchions started to collapse, and they fell on each other.
That is wow.
Yeah, I haven't had a tsunami, so just a bunch of warnings, but I've never seen one. And I'm not sad about missing out on that one. Like,
yeah, that or a volcano. I haven't been part of a volcano either.
Yeah, I haven't, and I hope none of ours go, because they will be immensely destructive. Hopefully I can just go to Hawaii and witness one and be like, oh, that was fun, and keep it pushing. Because if any of our mountains go, it's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, but I mean, I've been watching Kailua.
That one's super active. Like, it's always going.
Yeah, but that one's been going active like crazy lately. So it's been spewing, like it's making new islands and everything.
Yep.
Now I have been through a tsunami but it was when I was in Japan. Pags, you might or might not. I don't know if you were in the Navy at that point in time, but I was in the Navy from 93 to roughly a little over 97. I think is when I got out.
I got out in 93.
Okay, so you would just okay, and so. Yeah, so anyway, so I was in Japan and we were going towards the equator, down towards Australia, and we went through I think they called it no, I apologize. No, I'm sorry. It was a typhoon that I went through.
Red and lies.
No, because I don't know why. I guess I got them both mixed. No, it was a super typhoon, and there were two of them, and our ship saw the first one, so we avoided that. We went left because it was coming right. I think it was coming that direction, and then we went right. No, excuse me, we were going right. We went left, and then the other one. So when we avoided the other one hit us. So I apologize. So yeah, we didn't see the other one, and so that's the one that we went through. And I will tell you, Bo, I have never seen a ship go damn near 180 degrees to the left, and I mean it was wild. And I mean people were slapping into walls. I mean it was nuts.
Yeah, I've never
But
been on a boat during one. That
oh,
would
that's
be zero
crazy.
fun. Rob, no, I was that was a year before me. That was a year before me.
But yeah, man. No,
That
it
was
wasn't. I
1980.
don't know. I don't know if I was thinking tsunami. It wasn't a tsunami. It was a typhoon. I apologize for my
Yeah,
whatever.
so
Typhoons.
typhoon.
Oh, typhoon's a hurricane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now, what is a tsunami? Because I thought a tsunami
So a
was.
tsunami
Tsunami
is
is the big wave that comes.
yeah. So
Oh,
tsunamis are a little bit different than like a tidal wave. Tidal waves can also get huge, but they're
gotcha.
significantly slower. Tsunamis are generally triggered by earthquakes, and they can travel up to about 600 miles an hour. Like they are a very fast wave because it's a shock tremor essentially, but they still gain height like a tidal wave would. Massively destructive. That's what hit Japan. What
Jeez.
and
Now, was that anything like that movie? Remember that movie, A Perfect Storm, where those shrimp boats or whatever?
No,
put
they
into
had
that-
a typhoon. No,
Yeah, that was
a typhoon?
exactly.
that was a typhoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
The perfect storm was like, hey, it was like a big hurricane is really what that was.
Yeah.
I got you.
Which is why they called it a storm. The
I
name
see
was-
I see what I did, and what you did, and God, I'm really hoping Donna's not on this show right now.
Yeah, but
I'm waiting for
yeah,
the
some of those like
For the rain, bring
you
it
see New Zealand gets a lot of those, and Indonesia gets a lot
Okay.
of the
yeah, and like Rob said, Thailand, they got absolutely mashed by one. This was a long time ago now. But yeah, anytime you hear a tsunami warning, that is a scary thing for anybody that's even remotely close to the coast. Because you will
yeah.
right.
when you watch the coastline and you see a normal like tidal flow, right? The water
Right.
will come in and out over the course of the day. When a tsunami hits, the water will leave. And it'll be out a long ways because it's literally sucking all that in to make the wave that's coming. So it is
Wow,
if
that
all
is
of a sudden you just
nuts.
see water leaving the beach, you should book it because you don't got a lot of time.
Jeez. Now, okay, so now are tsunamis like specific, or do they also can occur in the Atlantic?
Anywhere there is a fault line and water.
So
Okay.
the reason why they don't happen in the Atlantic as often is
Right.
because there's a big shelf.
Yes.
The Pacific is a little bit more. It gets deep, but it gets deep in a long sense.
Okay.
It's
We
the
also have
Atlantic is like
we have more
bam.
fault lines. That's why they call the Pacific the Ring of Fire. Is that ocean is completely surrounded by fault lines. And then there's also fault lines directly in the middle, which is where you have the Hawaiian Islands and stuff.
Now, has a tsunami ever hit the California or the eastern seaboard of the U.S.? Or do you know what year it may have happened? The
Two
last
different
one?
sides of the U.S. The West Coast a bunch of times. In fact, if you go to Alaska,
Or I meant West Coast. I apologize. I meant West Coast. I apologize.
there's a huge one that hit Alaska back in the 1800s that there are like fish shells and stuff 100 feet up in the mountain.
Oh, jeez, that's
So-
crazy.
But
Yeah,
there
I
was
meant West
also
Coast. I know I said Eastern, but I meant West Coast. I apologize.
and there was just recent. I feel like that there was one. When I say recent, within the last year, that there was a tsunami warning all the way up into LA because of an earthquake that happened like off the coast of
So most
Russia.
most of our earthquakes trigger a warning because a lot of our fault lines are underwater. And so anytime there is a sizable earthquake, so if you're like a 3+, they'll trigger the warning because they need to assess whether or not it's going to trigger one. So they just put the warning out regardless.
Yeah, I was thinking the one that there was like a 7 that happened like off the coast of Russia
Yeah.
that
wow.
that
it's
was
the
going to come
entire-
over and
It's the entire fault system. Volcanoes are on top of those fault lines. So it's just whether or not they are plates that are coming together, or if it's a subduction zone. That's it.
Wow.
and right
I
in the middle
remember.
of that ring of fire is Johnny Cash.
That's
Yes.
messed up. So Joe was talking about that Hurricane Alicia. I remember Hurricane Alicia, Joe. I think I was in junior high. I was either junior high or high school. I think it might have been junior high. I was in because 1980. I graduated in 91. So yeah, I remember Alicia. That was a pretty big one. Now, but I'll tell you right now, though, hurricanes are a pretty tough deal because you get the tornadoes and stuff like that. I remember when a tornado came off. It might have been Alicia that a tornado came off of because it took out the whole Kmart in front of my subdivision where I lived. So I do remember Alicia pretty vividly. But I will tell you, I think the one that does Houston the most disservice are the tropical storms because Houston is in bayous and we're so low like that. It's like a bunch of bowls in Houston. When you get that tropical storm, you get massive flooding. And I mean, I would say that storm sat there for a day and a half. And I remember sleeping in a bank building because I was coming home from work and I couldn't get anywhere. So I went to this bank and I knocked on the door and the security guard let me sleep on the couch in the lobby. And I'll never forget that. That was insane. I mean, that was insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
So anyway, there you go. You have learned all about earthquakes and natural disasters here on this normal sports show.
Let's hope that one happens right during the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
That would make some news.
That would make a lot of news. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a trip.
It would no.
I mean,
what would be a trip?
it's usually when it's in San Francisco, something weird like this happens. Wasn't the last one in San Francisco? The last time they had a Super Bowl here in San Francisco, the lights went out.
Oh yeah, the last suit. Yeah, when they were playing the Ravens. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
would be
that wasn't in San Francisco. That had San Francisco playing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think it would be amazing and also torturous for Frankie, as if Seattle was playing New England and they got an earthquake and they had to, or something bad happened and they had to cancel the Super Bowl, but they were tied and they said, okay, we're gonna give them as co-champions. That way, Frankie could not say New England was the winner. He would have to live with Seattle being.
That would be the dumbest. They would just reschedule it.
No, they wouldn't.
The years of like co-champs in professional sports, I think, are behind us.
I wonder what Kalshi has as the odds for an earthquake to happen during the Super Bowl.
I mean, the payout on it would be amazing if it hit.
Exactly.
That sounds like something Joe would have on one of his parlays. Almost guarantees you're not going to win the parlay.
But if he won, he would have major bragging rights.
Hey, you're not wrong. Like, I would brag about that forever. Be like, I had a parlay with an earthquake and it hit. I also
I got
Seahawks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got who scored the first touchdown, the coin toss, and the earthquake. I'm collecting.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
And you can collect too. 125% back.
Boom! Right here. You can do it on the screen. Up to 125% of your first three deposits, 10% bet guarantee, where you can also lose money betting on an earthquake.
But you forgot the True Fusion
I think there's longer odds on the tsunami.
I figure I'd do that one later.
No. You gotta say True Fusion Gym. That way, when you run out of steam, it was because you didn't have good enough cardio.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. Free 5-day pass any of the 3 locations. Also, there is a new reformer studio that launched this month at the Ballard location. Find your edge, True Fusion Gym.
Could you imagine trying to outrun a hurricane? I mean, not a hurricane, but an earthquake or something. And you just said, when your cardio left you, you just collapsed right there. And you're like, shit.
Outrun an earthquake. I'd like to see how you think you're going to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to see how I could do that too. What if it was like, because I mean, you know that's a big thing because didn't they have a movie about earthquakes, the San Andrea or something like that?
There's 1,000 movies about earthquakes. Really, every natural disaster has 1,000 movies of everybody dying. Really.
No, but
in fact, there was one movie that had them all. It was called 2012.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to go watch that. I haven't seen that one. Okay, I'm gonna go watch that.
Oh, John Cusack is great in that.
It's an entertaining movie.
I'm a John
Yeah, I could
Cusack
imagine.
fan.
But see, I can see how you would. Oh, I am too. I love his sister Joan Cusack. She's amazing too. When she acts, she's hilarious. But no, I mean, there are certain things you do have to outrun this in a earthquake. So, for example, if you were trying to get to shelter,
in a hurricane, yes, you can outrun it. An earthquake happens under you. There's no outrunning that.
well, that's true. That's a good point.
Like
I
a
told you
hurricane,
I've never been in an earthquake. I didn't know much about them, but I guess that's common sense, in which I have none. So there you go. Again, I am so glad that Donna's not on this show.
put that smart water hat on.
I know. Damn it. I was so much better with the smart water hat.
Man.
What's going on in
So-
sports? I haven't seen much.
Well, I mean, you got the Pro Bowl tonight. So what are you doing for the Pro Bowl there, Bags?
Well, I'm going to try to see if I can get in. That's first and foremost because they're not offering tickets. This is the weirdest setup I have ever seen for a Pro Bowl. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get in, but I have a backup plan if in case I don't. If I do not get in, I have flag football equipment and I'm going to get a football. I have to go buy a football. There's some stores around here where I can go get one. And we're going to play flag football. Literally at the Pro Bowl without watching the Pro Bowl.
Now that would be dope. And that would probably get you some good coverage.
It'll be fun.
And
It'll be fun.
yeah. So it's me running around and there he is.
There we are.
Hey.
Don't worry, I got fined for being late. Just so you know, it's $50. So you're gonna get paid $100 fine because you were almost halfway through the show. So there
Yeah,
you go.
just make that check out to Bo's Beer Fund.
You can take that up. You can take that up with my. You can send that invoice to my boss. I'm pretty sure he'll pay you.
Hey. Listen, there's no excuses,
Really?
guy. You're gonna get the damn check.
Then
You
I
gotta
got
pay
a few invoices.
him.
If he's going to pay him, I got a few.
I got some big ones. In fact.
So does he.
So Rob, this is actually something we are going to get into because, man, there's some dumb ones, and it makes me sad because it's actually hard to get your media credentials, and then you hear questions like this, and you're like, why is it hard to get? So here we go. This is probably one of the most ridiculous questions of the weekend, and we just got going, right? Like we got plenty of time for even dumber questions to happen. But this was a credentialed media member.
Must-win game.
A must-win. Yeah, every time we go out is a must-win game. I mean, it's kind of the attitude that I've always taken in the National Football League.
A must-win. This is a championship
You didn't
game.
hear the question. You didn't hear the question, which is a shame because there was a guy who did ask that.
No, losing the
Oh,
Super
no.
Bowl is always on the top
So
of my
he-
bucket list.
He did.
Must-win game.
So
Is this a must-win game?
that was the guy asking the question. Is this a must-win game?
That is the
Yeah,
dumbest
it did-
question you could ask.
Like,
No, I mean losing the Super Bowl is on every coach's bucket list. So hey, check it off.
I just, you're in the championship game. Of course, it's a must-win,
Yeah, because you win or go home. There is no tomorrow.
and it's
Well,
for
it's not-
hardware. Like it's for the whole thing. Of course, it's a must-win. Like
And it's not only that.
I got there. Give me my participation trophy. Like, what are we doing?
Well, it's not only that too. Like Dan Campbell said it best a couple of years ago when the Lions lost in the NFC Championship game. There's no guarantee that you ever get back to the spot.
No,
So
exactly.
if you're in the Super Bowl, of course this is a must-win game because there's no guarantee that any of these coaches or players are ever going to get back to this point.
Yeah. Well, and then sadly, it's not the only version of that question asked. So they asked Drake May.
Oh, God.
Let's see.
Can't hear it.
Are we playing to win? Wow.
No, we're playing to lose, so we just thought, what the hell? Why not give winning a shot?
Like,
No, we just showed up. We just showed up because we were told that Seattle needed to field another team of 11. So we just showed up.
right? Or is this all of a sudden this is the Globetrotters? Is that what we're doing? showing up and get beat. Like this, there's questioning is wild to me. But
That
then
is
it's
wild.
super frustrating. It's like, how is it such a struggle for me to get my credentials? And then I hear this type of stuff all the time. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, because they credential every idiot who has like a fashion page, and then
Yeah,
they
just
try to talk football.
Yeah, it's super dumb.
Right. Rob says, is the Super Bowl a must-win game? Yeah.
No,
That's
that-
fine.
Let me get back to you on that after the game on Sunday. I'll let you know if it's a must win.
Yeah. I'll get back to you.
If I
Just-
lose, I'm gonna, tell you no. It's not a must win.
If we win, then yes, it was a must win. But let me get back to you in about 5 days.
Yeah, no, it just that type of questioning is wild to me.
Yeah. If we lose, it's because Antonio Brown took off his shirt and ran through the end zone, and we were distracted.
This is when
So this is the segment that we were kind of queuing this up for. Is for everybody that's in the chat, give us the questions that you would like asked if Pags runs into a particular player. So see if you guys are smarter than the questions that have actually been asked.
that question
Exactly.
that was asked. That question that was asked to Mike Vrabel, that is when you wish Kurt Signetti was at the podium. Because if you would have had somebody ask Kurt Signetti that ahead of the national championship game, he would have looked at him like, a must-win game in the championship game? Like, what are we doing here? Like, why do you think we play the game?
I think Vrabel has had enough of his sound bites go viral. I think he was in just like super coach speak mode of like, you know what?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Kind of, right? Because I mean, he was answering the questions accurately. Like if you listen to the rest of the presser, but
Yeah.
what I mean is, I don't think he's trying to like fuel any kind of weird situations. Like I think back to when he was at Tennessee just before he got fired, and they're like, why are you worried about losing? Because losing sucks, Gentry. Like, so he's had enough of those sound bites that I think he's just kind of got to that spot where he's like, you know what, I'm just going to take all of these dumb questions in stride and get off this podium.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, so drop your questions
interesting.
in the chat here.
Joke Bobo.
Jake Bobo.
Jake Bobo, yeah.
Who is Jake Bobo?
He's one of
Seattle
our
Seahawks
receivers.
receiver.
Yeah, he's one of our receivers.
There's no chance I'm going to run into him. Yeah, so once they get through media day, they are sequestered, kind of.
Yeah,
So,
you're not going to
yeah,
get
there's no chance I'm going to run into any of the players that are
Yeah.
playing in the Super Bowl.
That was one of a.
if they are walking through, they're probably not really talking to people.
Pigs, if
I
you
was
run
just
into
saying they're not walking through.
Pigs, if you run into
you
Annie
only have a few
Agar,
days.
if you run into Annie Agar, Pigs, ask her what she thinks of the Packers keeping Matt LaFleur, because she is a Facebook person that is a big Packer fan.
I know
She's like a
Annie
lot of-
Agar.
Yeah, she's
she's
hilarious.
there. Yeah, you should find her and ask her what she thinks of the Packers bringing back Matt LaFleur, because she had an awesome short the day that they brought him back.
So Rob, the coaches and players will be at all the required media stops, but really what you're going to run into is the players that are playing in the Pro Bowl, other coaches that are there, stuff like that. So the ones that are going to be actively playing in this game, the only times you're really going to see them are at the required media times. What's happening, Sam? Going to jump on Sam's podcast later tonight, in fact.
That's what's up. So I'm assuming, does he just do only NFL? NFL, or does he do college as well? Or
What, Sam?
Or- yeah, because I'm saying his name is Mr. First Down, so I'm assuming he just does maybe.
Oh, well, I mean, he's a huge Titans fan.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
I'm going to go with this particular show is probably going to be pretty heavily focused on the NFL.
Right.
Seems like an important week.
Might be.
yeah.
Might be. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
You know,
he said
may
all
talk about- he
NFL.
may-
Okay.
Yeah.
The fanboys are at 6:30. That's awesome. I like that answer. That's good.
So, but yeah, I mean, Annie Agar, I do know she's definitely a thing. She probably will be here. I mean, it's possible that I mean, I expect that she should be here.
She got there yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure she's there because,
Yeah,
I mean,
she got there yesterday.
again, she's hilarious. So I'm sure she's getting some funny content.
Yeah, and I've never met her. You know, interestingly enough, like you think that us, you know,
I'm surprised you didn't meet her at the draft.
Instagrammers
I'm
and
surprised
stuff.
you didn't meet her at the draft because she was all over the draft. I'm surprised. That was the time that I'm surprised you didn't actually like, get to see her, get to meet her, because she was all over the draft in Green Bay this year, like everywhere.
So
What's the reason?
yeah, the problem is that she's like doing something, and as I try to get over to her, she disappears. You know what I mean? So it's like I did something with Lacey. I don't know if everybody remember her, and then she kind of went more model rather than like she was making more money in bikinis than talking football.
I mean, I'm mad at it.
Hey, I wonder why that would be, Pegs. Hmm.
Well, she's a pretty girl.
Exactly. Because men like
But-
bikinis more than they like sports. Well, maybe most men. Not all men.
Well, and then she started to do the college circuit, so I don't want to just. Anyways, neither here nor there.
Right.
But maybe I'll see Annie. You know, maybe I'll see Annie. And there's a number of people that are going to be out here for the Super Bowl that I'll try to run into. Last year, I got to do a 6-pack of questions with the golfer, the chick golfer, who's really hot.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how good of a golfer she is, but she's pretty,
good.
and you know.
she's good.
And I literally like it was like my manager stopped me and says, we got to do a 6-pack of questions, the garage 6-pack of questions, like for garage beer. And I was like, okay. And I came up with 6 questions on the fly that dealt with her, golfing, and Jason Kelsey.
Do you guys remember?
Oh, that
do you
would
guys do you guys remember Annika Sorensen when she was golfing?
No. I don't
She
watch
was
golf.
like- So she was like she was like the Tiger Woods of the LPGA for like 10, 12 years back, probably early like 2005 to 2012
Annika?
range. Yeah. The girl golfer
remember.
that Pegs. Yeah, the girl golfer that Pegs is talking about right now makes Annika Sorensen look just like an average golfer. Like the girl golfer that Pegs is talking about is like the best girl golfer that has ever
Paige,
set
right?
foot.
That's her name, Paige.
Something, yeah.
Paige, yes, is her
Yeah.
name.
Yeah,
Paige
yeah,
She's
yeah.
like
Did you-
she is like the best female golfer that has ever stepped. She's the best female golfer that's ever stepped on a course. Like she makes all the grades. Like Annika Sorensen, they had like Michelle Wee for a while. Like she's make all these golfers just look average at best when she gets on the course.
This is actually a good question for you, Pegs. If you happen to run into Shador.
She planning for a competition next year with Deshaun Watson to start. So, interestingly enough, I had a moment last year with Shador Sanders. So, and I spoke with his entourage. If by chance he's walking around, I would have an opportunity to have conversation with him.
Yeah.
And I am. Oh, listen, that's just going to be one of the first. That's not even one of the first ones. I want to talk like, so. First off, how you doing? You know what I mean? Obviously, it was a strange season for you. Give us like your rundown of the season. Give us your rundown of, what happened in Cleveland, and then tell me what you think about what's going to happen moving forward. Yeah, like that's a good question to ask him. Let him just riff.
Oh, for sure.
Because
But do you think he would, or do you think he would go the more conservative approach so that he didn't get fined or whatever?
No. He'll give you an actual soundbite.
Yeah,
Like you've seen enough video of him that like he'll answer your question.
yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Okay.
riff a little bit. And the good thing is that, when you have a painted face, it's almost, you don't take it seriously. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm kind of hoping for. The fact that he knew who I was before he went to the draft is only going to make things even better when I see him. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, Shador. Because I hope he's one of the people I hope to run into.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
Right.
I want to talk to him. He's definitely worthwhile. Like, spending 15 minutes in a conversation with him will register 4 sound bites.
Oh, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, no doubt about it.
And Joe, it's because he forgot to wear them the last time. That's why he doesn't know any actual stats. Yes, flashy thing, pow, on.
I thought it was because he didn't have a laptop in front of him.
Because the sun is brighter than heck outside today. We have sunlight. I see sunlight today for the first time in what feels like a month.
I was about to say, there's no way in hell you're in Green Bay or anywhere in Wisconsin because Wisconsin doesn't get sun like that.
Oh, I'm in Green Bay today. It's sunny for the first time since, what'd they say, like January 23rd is the first time we've had sun.
Yeah, that's one thing about Wisconsin. It was always depressing as hell, Bo, because you don't ever get enough sun to, I guess, make you feel good about it. Heat wave in Wisconsin.
It is. It's going to be 33 degrees out tomorrow. We're having a massive heat wave right now.
Man, hey, the high for today is 70. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is, man. I'm like,
66
nice.
here, so.
Yeah, we're gonna be close to 60, I think, today. So
And just in case the Pro Bowl doesn't work out for me at all today, guess who's in town to play the Warriors? Your Philadelphia 76ers.
okay.
Oh, nice.
So I
Nice.
did bring a basketball jersey with me just in case I get to do it. And I'm
Nice.
actually where I'm staying at. I'm actually very close to where the stadium is. I'm actually closer to Berkeley than downtown San Francisco. So
That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's awesome. So you can hit 2 events in one. That's nice.
yeah, so it'll be interesting if I can get the.
Honestly,
I'm figuring out.
that'll be better than the Pro Bowl anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, much. In fact, I'd like to see if I could make both. You know what I mean?
Realistically,
Where it's like,
if you're comparing things to the Pro Bowl, a bum fight downtown San Francisco is going to be more fun than the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. And if you can get admitted to the Pro Bowl, then you can have 3 events. Man, that'd be that makes that trip, that'd be hell of a thing, man.
I know you probably
Yeah.
have talked. I know you guys probably have mentioned it already, but did you guys talk about Matt Nagy getting hired this morning?
No.
Yeah, Matt Nagy got
no,
hired
we
by
didn't talk
Harbaugh.
sports this morning. We were talking about earthquakes and tsunamis.
Yeah, Matt Nagy got hired
You can always guarantee that the show will go off the rails as soon as Jay pops on.
Yeah, so Matt Nagy got hired by Harbaugh to be the Giants OC.
Okay. All right. Well,
So he's going to be in New York. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of narrows,
Okay.
I guess, Seattle's candidates down. Because I know Nagy was one of the candidates being linked to Seattle once Kubiak leaves.
How do you feel about
Burrow-
Nagy as a coordinator, though?
Burrow won't-
What's your thoughts? Yeah.
Unproven because he was with Andy Reid in Philadelphia as the offensive quality control coach, so it's not like he did much there. And then he went to Kansas City with Reid and was the quarterbacks coach, so he wasn't calling plays there. Went to Chicago, had one good year with Chicago, and then he just went back to Kansas City as the OC, but he still wasn't calling plays. So I'm not going to say he's a terrible play caller because he probably calls plays at practice, but you really haven't seen him do it in kind of an in-game scenario just because the coach he's been with most of his career is the one that runs the offense.
Scott, somehow that's better though.
And like this,
Improvement.
and the funny thing is, this year with Eric Bieniemy going back to Kansas City, Andy Reid has already said this will be the first time since he's been with Kansas City that he's not calling plays. So he's actually given Eric Bieniemy full reign to call plays on the offense this year.
All right.
Wow.
Which leads me to believe maybe Andy Reid is kind of starting to plan his retirement, and maybe
Or
he's supposed to be the one to relieve him.
Or he's getting him a little bit set up for failure because Mahomes isn't going to be there until the end of the year.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess they're gonna play what's his the guy with the mustache. What's his
Nope, they will go get somebody else.
Minshew.
They will go get somebody else.
So they're not gonna ride with Minshew?
No, they'll get somebody else.
Okay. Well, it is what yeah.
Yeah, and the thought of Burrow being there is pretty low with the injury. Dak might show up though. That might happen.
You should ask Dak how he feels about Jerry Jones.
Oh yeah.
You should ask him about our $3,000 to tackle him idea.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah.
I will tell you that it would be an interesting conversation with Dak. I would keep it. I would definitely do my little jabs, but Dak is an affable enough guy. Like when you get past football, he's an affable enough guy that he would jab back. It would be fun to kind of do that. Like we'd go back and forth a little bit. I think it would be very fun to have that conversation. Just because, like, where it's like, hey, I got to imagine. So I mean, the first question I asked him is like, hey, so what were you spitting at in the first play of the game, first play of the season?
I mean, the way like he might just be like, okay, I'm out.
He's like, you can ask me anything you want, just don't talk about Spitgate. We're leaving that completely off.
Well, I think with Dak though too, like Dak has seen it all. He's taken so many punches in Dallas. Like he's heard so much negative feedback since he's been in Dallas. Like I don't think anything phases him anymore at this point, where you could pretty much probably ask him anything, and it's like, well, I've heard stuff like this before, so I'll just answer it anyways. It's like nothing's gonna face him, I think, at this point anymore for the amount of crap that he's.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it's like I figured that his response would be like, "Hey, I just saw your face and had to spit." Like that. Yeah, like,
let me ask you this: do you think that Jason Kelce is going to retire after this season? I know they've been talking about retirement. Patrick Mahomes isn't going to be there this season, like you said. Do you think he comes back for another one? I know
Jason retired a couple years ago, man.
I meant Travis Kelce. I know I said Jason. I meant Travis. I apologize. I meant Travis Kelce.
Like, how much did you drink last night? Are you
no,
just
man.
Like, what are we doing?
I only social drank. I didn't do anything crazy. No, I just had like one or two. It's just me.
I mean, there's multiple people on this show. How much more social can you get?
No, but do you think that Travis, like, what is Travis now? 38? 39?
36.
Modelo moment. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that one, Robert.
Kelsey, I believe Kelsey's either 35 going on 36 or he's 36 already. But with Kelsey, though, he does have 1 year left on his contract. So that's kind of where I think the question comes into play. Does he play out his contract, or does he just kind of, knowing that he's not going to have Mahomes this year, it's kind of like, well, it's been fun, but I'm going to leave now.
Yeah, but he will have Mahomes at the end of the season. Like that's kind of what my thought is. Will he have Mahomes at the end of the season? And I think he will.
Yeah.
And you may find that Mahomes is going to be missing the first 6 weeks?
6 to 8 weeks, yeah, depending on how. Yeah, there was a report out there that 2 weeks ago that said that Mahomes wasn't as badly hurt as they initially thought.
And there was his contract is over.
Travis. Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a report that I got to see where it came from. There was a report that came out last week that said Mahomes wasn't as hurt as much as people thought he would be, and that he would be ready for preseason. So if that's the case, now that means maybe Kelsey does sign a 1 year deal and come back, and Mahomes is going to be ready on preseason.
I don't think so.
So if he's not under contract, do you think this is the end of Kelsey, or does he sign somewhere? I mean, what do you think is his future going to be?
He won't sign anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't think he would either.
He wouldn't go anywhere else. It'd be whether or not the team wants him back. Like that's going to be the biggest thing.
And it's going to be obviously the financials, because they're not going to, like, even if the Chiefs said we'll bring you back for another year, he's not going to get the $18 million that he was just making, like he'll probably have to take somewhere around $10 million because he's not.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I mean,
he's marrying
he's marrying a billionaire. I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure with the amount of money he's already made on his own, he's probably fine. But then you add to the mix.
He's got stake in Six Flags right now. He's his beer company.
He's got
He owns the only beer company in the country that actually made money last year.
Yep.
Every alcohol company in the country lost money last year except Garage Beer.
Yeah, he's got stake in a pickleball company too, I believe.
It's not pickleball. It's like a cross between pickleball and tennis. It's him, Drew Brees, and stuff like that. So it's this new hybrid tennis pickleball game.
Right. Yeah. And obviously, once he's officially done playing, I have a feeling that he's really going to market the shit out of that and try to turn it into, like, obviously not a TV show, but try to get like some broadcasting rights where you can broadcast that sport and just try to just market the crap out of that. And once he does that, then he's obviously going to make a ton of money off of that.
I kind of think that Taylor Swift might have a weigh in a little bit on the decision, because you got to imagine he's going to discuss it. Hey, you get if I'm do one more year, or because aren't they engaged to be married?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they are.
So I gotta imagine she's gonna have. Yeah, so I gotta imagine she's gonna have some sort of a weigh in.
Yeah, he's not gonna go the Aaron Rodgers route. Like he's gonna make up his mind. I fully expect him to retire. Especially because Mahomes is hurt. Right. Mahomes was gonna be ready to rock for the whole season. He'd probably be like, hey, you know what? Let's run it back one last time. Let's see if we can do something.
I don't even know about that either, because he sucked so bad last year.
It was rough.
It was rough, but that's what the Eric Bieniemy factor, though, because Kelsey loved Bieniemy, and that's why I think bringing Bieniemy back may be able to convince him to come back one more year.
Yeah, I don't know that they want him back. Is the thing.
I don't know if they do, but if Kelsey goes up to like Andy Reid and Bieniemy and says, "Hey, I want to come back one more year.
One more time."
But then I think I don't think they're going to tell him no if he came up to them and said, I'll come back for a fraction of what I was getting paid last year. I just want to play one more year. Like, I don't think Andy Reid or any of them are going to tell him no.
I think I would tell him no. As bad as he played this last season, and then the fact that you're not going to have your starting quarterback for at least 3/4 of the year, you're not really playing for anything in that division. If you were playing in the South, sure, right? Because you're probably still going to be in the mix. You are likely not going to be in the mix when it comes down the stretch next year.
Yeah, if I was him, I would retire. Honestly, I would. He's done enough. He's got some Super Bowl rings. He's done everything he needs to do. I would definitely. I think I would retire.
Podcast is making $150 million a year.
Well, there you go,
or something like that.
He's doing just fine. The only thing that you would want to come back for is the all-time reception record, right?
Yeah, that's what I think is going to kind of sway his decision, because theoretically he's got a great shot if he comes back one more year to get those records. And like, it's Kelsey. Like, if he has a chance to set a record that is going to be very difficult to get broken, because there's not a lot of tight ends that have been able to play at the level Kelsey and Gronk and some of these guys have been able to play for a long period of time. If Kelsey has a shot to set a record that maybe might never get broken, at least won't get broken for a long time, I think that's enough for Kelsey to be like, just let me try to get this record. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I gave my year to try it. Like, he's within striking distance of it.
Well, the thing is because they do have another tight end that outplayed him. He's
not
even get enough touches to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Most guys don't get to go out on top, right? It is pretty rare to have a John Elway, Peyton Manning, you go out with a ring like that. That is not generally how that works.
Right.
Usually these guys end up with, an okay season, or they come up short or whatever. I mean, it's pretty rare for you to retire with a ring that year.
Mm-hmm.
unless you're retiring early, where you're like, Whitworth, where you're like, hey, you know what? I got the ring. Good enough. Probably could have played a couple more years, but you know what? I'm going to take this ring. I'm going to hang it up right now, which fair enough. I'm not mad at it.
Especially if you've been good with your money and managed it properly, you should be good to retire.
Well, I mean, not even looking at it that end. It's just, do you want to go on a non-playoff run? It's like, well, I mean, most of these guys are going out either on a non-playoff run or early exit of the playoffs. Like, it's pretty rare to go win a ring the year you retire, unless you're retiring because you won a ring.
Stat guy, how many yards does he need to break the rushing or the receiving record? Or isn't it by a tight end? I think is what you said.
I think it's high sixes.
High sixes.
I think it's like 671 is what he needs to be the all-time receiving leader for tight ends. Which even at 671, that's a down year for Kelsey. But 671 is something that he should get even if he's got limited touches.
What did he end up with this year?
Like 790, 800 something. That of a years he still had over 700 yards, which, like I said, that's a down year for Kelsey. But even at like 700 plus yards at a down year, if you're averaging 45 yards receiving a game, 50 yards receiving per game, you're going to get over 600 yards. So if he's within 660 yards of setting that record, he's only got to average like 45 to 50 yards receiving a game, which is very doable for him, even with limited touches.
And Scott, there are a handful of them. Obviously, Strahan,
Peyton Manning,
Jerome Bettis. So I mean, like, there's guys out there for sure.
Right.
Peyton Manning did it in Denver when he got his ring in Denver. He retired that year.
Yeah, well, that's the first two examples I put out there was Elway. So, because Elway goes back to back and then retires. I mean, that's about as good as you can possibly do. That being said, that does get us to the top of the hour. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Other than that, we're going to see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.